Welcome. It's another edition of the Counter Press. This is the Counter Press on YouTube. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. Do like, subscribe, and share. Do like, subscribe, and share. It's the Counter Press. Make sure you go in there. Do subscribe so that anytime there's another video that's posted, you are first to get it, first to get all the analysis on the Counter Press. My name still remains Fiifi-Manfred. This is the Counter Press. Subscribe, like, share. Subscribe, like, share. So you get the first notifications once a video is posted. What do we have for you today? The story of it, Erik Ten Hag, Manchester United, Mason Mount, Andre Onana. A story of three tales. How is their marriage going to pan out for Manchester United when the season runs over in the 2023-2024 season? This is a Counter Press, and I'll run you straight into it. First of all, so just for the basis of context and the fact that we need to go back a little bit, Erik Ten Hag's side have loved to play in a 4-3-3, regardless whether he has been on and off the ball. His days as ironed, his days at the FC Bayern Munich junior side, it has always been a 4-3-3 consistently. He loves those style of play. He loves the nominal 4-3-3. Yes, he's a lover of the positional play. He wants to have total control all over the pitch, essentially, once his teams are playing. And that's exactly why he goes in for a 4-3-3. So that's how he wants to play. That's exactly how he's going to play. But there are two types of Erik Ten Hag's 4-3-3. There is one that's hinged on Frankie de Jong in his 80s at Ajax. And then when Ajax went to the Champions League semi-final and were knocked down by Mauricio Pochettino's Tottenham Hotspur, and almost everybody came after those players, he switched into a hybrid of a 4-2-3-1, but in a 4-3-3. This time, not hinged on Frankie de Jong, but one that was hinged on the very good half-space ability of Ryan Gravenberch, who is now at FC Bayern Munich. Now, if you remember last season, Ten Hag tried very hard to get Frankie de Jong to come and play for him at Manchester United, which was fruitless. Frankie de Jong himself showed that he loved the Barcelona city and he wanted to stay there in the long term, and he did stay. This season, Manchester United have not even wasted time in trying to get Frankie de Jong, but they've tried to move away from that tenet of play to make sure he gets the job done. Also, by way of context, Erik Ten Hag did a solid job with Manchester United by making sure that he made use of the materials that were available to him last season. So in the early days of the season, he tried to play his attacking 4-3-3, but he realized that his midfield didn't have the legs to start the press. They didn't have the legs to even progress the ball from up top. Now he went in to get an elite ball winner in Casemiro and an elite screener of the back four. When Casemiro did come in, he showed how good he was at both ends of the pitch. Yes, Bruno Fernandes was an exceptional number 8 hybrid at 10. There was also times where Eriksen showed a glimpse of how good he was as an inside 10 for Erik Ten Hag, and then of course Mauricio Pochettino. And that's how good Manchester United were last season. Now this season, everybody is strengthening, and there's a need for Manchester United to strengthen. There's a need for them to strengthen, especially in the middle of the park. And that's exactly why he has gone for Chelsea's Mason Mount. Yes, people may think that for a player that has 1 year left on his contract, he is 55 million plus 60 million is an outrageous sum. But then first of all, you need to understand that the market is inflated. And once the market is inflated, players that are supposed to have been bought for less, you can buy them for more. Again, he is a player that Erik Ten Hag personally wanted, and then he knew that that skill set and profile is important. One of the things I'll tell you in this video is that per the general squad dynamics of Manchester United, Mason Mount fits better than Moises Caicedo, and that's exactly where this tactical analysis does start from. Now, hear me out. First of all, even before Erik Ten Hag gets Mason Mount or Moises Caicedo in the middle of the park, there's a need for an elite ball-playing goalkeeper. And that's why Manchester United are on the market for Andre Onana. Now, Andre Onana is one of the best passers of the ball for a goalkeeper. If you want something by way of, say, contest, then it's the fact that he was in the La Masia. He went to Ajax Amsterdam as well, and he's a comfortable ball player. Now, in one of the biggest games of his career, against one of the best pressers of the ball as a team in Manchester City, He toyed with almost everybody, comfortable on the ball, find those passes, broke the lines, and showed why he's an exceptional distributor from all across his pitch. At some point, he dropped into the middle six row and was able to distribute the ball at any point in time for International Milan. Yes, they weren't able to win, but that's the importance of Andre Onana. Yes, Onana is not just a ball-playing goalkeeper. He averages a very good number in terms of shot-stopping ability. He's also a wonderful sweeper, and generally, all of these profiles and skill sets makes him an exceptional all-round goalkeeper, better than De Gea in a modern game. Yes, you can't take anything away from De Gea, but generally, Andre Onana shows that he's a top goalkeeper and can compete with De Gea, especially with how Erik ten Hag wants to play. Now, once Andre Onana possibly is going to be the goalkeeper, and the Manchester United are not going to go the long balls this season, once they are planning to play out on the back and then kick the ball around, now, with a wonderful goalkeeper in Andre Onana, there is the need for them to get an exciting 8. You see, if Frankie de Jong was the number 6 in the hole, then Manchester United would have allowed to get say a Casemiro close to him, say Moises Caicedo close to him. But that isn't the way. Frankie de Jong did not come. Now there's Casemiro who is playing in that lone 6 role to hybrid and to help in ball progression somewhat. Yes, Cassie is not the best as a number 6 on the ball, but he's good as well. He's very good on the ball, can receive in those areas, 10 even when under pressure. But what this helps is that they are going to get a high volume pass of the ball in a goalkeeper in Andre Onana. What this means is that you need to reduce the risks of Casemiro receiving the ball in these areas, especially since that is not his biggest attribute. Now you're getting somebody, even if you compare Casemiro to Bruno Fernandes, he also is not the level to receive the ball in those areas. Even Eriksen is not the same guy. Fred, not that person. He doesn't hone it. Yes, sometimes he does it well, but not on the level of Mason Mount. And same for Scott McTominay. In those areas, in those danger zones, in those first phases, you would love somebody who, one, has a wonderful half-turn, who is able to receive in tight spaces, and also have a burst of pace once he tends to carry the ball up top. And again, that will be hinged on his ball carrying abilities as a midfielder. And Mason Mount is the guy. First of all, he will be able to drop in those Casemiro role, whilst Casemiro stands by him to be like a screen or a shield whilst he receives the ball. Even when there are times when Casemiro would have to push up the field to provide passing options once Mason turns. Mason is a wonderful player because, one, he is able to scan constantly for about 30 seconds, 20 seconds before he receives the ball. So he's always available. He was always aware of the threats that surround of him. Again, Mason is secured in the ball and then close to some of the very good press resistant players that you have. Why do I say this? Because of his very low center of gravity and his comfortableness in able to receive those balls in tight spaces. He's able to receive, turn, and pass quickly. Again, if there are times where Manchester United want to go away from the deep line and go bypass the first phase, they can go straight to the second phase. And with Andre Onana in post, Mason Mount can receive in those areas. He just has to drop off either from the right-hand side or from the left when he's playing as a winger, as an inverted winger sometimes. He just has to drop off into the half space where he is, receive the ball, turn, and then there Manchester United goes. As this is going to be very important, especially if Manchester United are not going to get Harry Kane, who could have been a very good outlet for them to go long, or even Rasmus Højlund, who also could have been a very good outlet for them to go long. Now, if they are not going to do that, then the very good ability of Mason Mount to receive those balls in those left and right half spaces when they bypass the first line is going to be very important. And once he receives the ball, it is his ball carry ability that's going to carry him forward. And there you have it. Again, even aside build-up, even aside the fact that he's exceptional in the first and second phase in terms of ball receiving, and mark that, and also because he's a very good player and secured on the ball, Mason has very good numbers in terms of the pressures per games. He was Chelsea's best leader of the press. In a team with the likes of Matthew Kovacic, who have lots of energy to lead the press, Mason Mount was the best leader of Chelsea's press. His pressures per game was one of the best in the English Premier League in the times that he has been in there, barring last season where he was injured. Anytime, if Manchester United are playing like this, it means that they are not going to drop into a mid block or a low block. They would want to go in and attack and press and counter press quickly once they lose the ball. You can be rest assured with Mason's energy levels, with his combativeness and aggression to want to win the ball quickly. This is something that he would want to be doing at any point in time in receiving those balls. And Mason is going to do that with ease. He's able to lead that because the numbers are there to back him. And I'm showing that here. Again, what was that to say? I know, as a 10 or attacking 8, Mason's biggest lowest point, maybe his chance creation, maybe his creative ability, maybe especially in front of the opposition box. But then mind you, even when we say Mason is not the best in terms of the creative ability, he ranks up there among some of the best creators of the game, especially in a lot of the times where he has played from out wide. Again, because he does all of this so well, he's able to create for his teams, and he's a wonderful creator. He can play either as an 8, a 10, or even from out wide if you want him inverted at some point in time in the game. Do not forget Mason's numbers in terms of assists and goals. He has a very, very good number of assists and goals over there for you. His ball striking ability is impeccable for Manchester United. So essentially, once there's a ball playing goalkeeper, from the defense, first line of ball progression, if you want to bypass the first line and go second line or even third into the middle third, there is Mason Mount who can help you in that. In the attacking third, he is a wonderful player in terms of his dribbling ability and his ball striking ability. Can give you goals and assists for Manchester United. And mind you, this was a team that in later parts of the season looked at Marcus Rashford for a lot of the time for goals. Mason will take that off him. Once you have him out, it means that a lot of the workload that Bruno Fernandes would have to do to lead the press and to also do that, Mason Mount is going to augment that. Once you have him, now there's a lot more that Mason can do to complement Bruno Fernandes' ability. Mind you, Bruno Fernandes' worst ability is to receive the ball on the half 10 in front of the 18-yard box, and that is where Mason Mount is actually exceptional. He receives the ball there, turns quickly, and then he's almost shooting a goal or finding someone in front of him. So that's exceptional how he is. I promise you, if Manchester United gets Andre Onana in addition to Mason Mount, the English Premier League will be tasty. Tasty. Thank you. This is the Counter Press. Please do like, subscribe, and share. My name is Fiifi-Manfred. I would love for you to subscribe, hit on the notification bell. Once I drop a video, you get it, and quickly you can have access to it. See ya. Adios.